Vince Papilio Sr. was a performing rock musician before the era of disco slowed down his opportunity for gigs. Little did he know then that his love of vintage instruments would become a vehicle for inspiring others around the globe.
After a number of years, he decided, I'm going to go back and buy an electric piano and synthesizer like I used to have. Over the period of about a dozen years or so, he started to go from a collector to a curator, where he would fill out specific parts of the collection to tell stories of the histories of these instruments. And then Emeapp was born.
The Electronic Music Education and Preservation Project is a place where you can find vintage electronic instruments and gear.
Emeapp's mission is really education and preservation. When you walk through the halls of Emeapp, you'll see some very, very rare instruments. We want the world to know about those instruments. We actually create videos and audio samples for the world to gain knowledge from them. Having electronic music pioneer Don Slepian in-house is important because he was there in the creation of many of these instruments. He was the test pilot that took these very, very early instruments on their first musical journeys.
We're preserving the history, we're preserving the performance techniques, how it was done in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and so on.
For example, playing a vintage Hammond B3 isn't quite the same as a contemporary piano.
We think these instruments are significant in the field of music.
Here at Emeapp, the gear from artists like Jimi Hendrix, Queen, Genesis, Fleetwood Mac, The Who, and many others are here on display.
The pinnacle was when we took delivery of Rick Wakeman's keyboard setup. We know the song Roundabout by Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is the organ that rips that tasty solo. Today's a great example of what we do at Emeapp. We were able to bring in a large group of students from Montgomery County Community College.
It's like the Please Touch Museum, but it's like for students that are into music. That's what's so cool about it.
We want to inspire young musicians to go as far as they could with their own vision, knowing where we came from the past.